and the public has been, is, and remains our principal focus. Pertinent to the focus on public safety, the City of Schertz is engaged and is working in cooperation with the FBI and the ATF. Here with me this morning are my Chief of Police, Michael Hansen, Assistant Special Agent in Charge, James Smith from the FBI, and Assistant Special Agent in Charge, Frank Ortega from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. At this time, I'd like to recognize our Chief of Police, Michael Hansen, who will provide you with some additional information. Chief?
Good morning. At approximately 12:25 this morning, an explosion was called in to the police department. It occurred at the facility at 9935 Dewar Lane. Members of the Schertz Police, Fire, and EMS responded and determined that in fact an explosion had occurred. Shortly thereafter, members of the San Antonio Police Department Bomb Unit, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, and the FBI arrived as well. A package had been traveling along the automated conveyor when it had exploded. One employee that was standing near the explosion later complained of ringing in the ears. She was treated and released. We were very fortunate that there were no injuries. It's very early in the investigation, obviously, but we're confident that neither this facility nor any location in the Schertz area was a target. With that said, I need to reiterate the message that we've heard so often recently, that if you have a package that was not expected, if you are suspicious of the return address, if you come across any suspicious object, do not touch it, do not move it, but contact 911. I wish to take this opportunity to thank the assistance provided by the FBI, the BATF, Texas Department of Public Safety, the San Antonio Police Department, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office, as well as the resources that have been provided by the Southwest Texas Regional Advisory Council and the BCFS Emergency Management. Now I'll open it for questions.
Did the package come from the FedEx store on Brody Lane? The FBI and the ATF are there right now in Austin. Did the packages come from there?
Well, we currently can't go into the details of the package. We're still under investigation. We've just arrived pretty much, and we're entering the building as we speak.
How do you guys know the package was supposedly from Austin then? Was it the label?
I can't say what the package was destined for, but again, we're still under investigation.
Can this be the work of a copycat just because it was sent directly into something like this?
Well, that's what we're working on right now. We're trying to understand what actually happened. We're trying to surf through the evidence and let the evidence take us to where we need to go.
So do you guys think that this linked to the Austin bomb?
Again, we're still looking into it. We're still early on. It happened late last night, and we arrived early in the morning, so we're still working on it.
Do you suspect this is connected to the serial bomber in Austin?
We do not know at this point right now.
What is the similarity in any of the shrapnel?
I'm sorry?
Can you confirm that the package had nails and shrapnel?
No, I cannot confirm that right now.
How do you know this wasn't meant for someone here?
We can't compare them right now because, again, we just entered the building just recently. We had to make sure the building was safe before we could go in. So we're still at the early stages.
How are you able to say this was not meant for someone here in Schertz? The chief just said that.
We can't confirm that right now. Again, we've just entered the building.
We just said that it wasn't targeted for anyone here.
We just entered the building. We're trying to understand that right now. But right now, we have no indications that there's any issues or threats to the public here in Schertz.
Can you tell us the size of the package and if there's any evidence left for you to actually gather?
I can't go into the details of that right now.
Is there anything new you can add?
It's still an ongoing investigation, and we can't provide that information at this time.
Are there employees in the facility still? Are they kept there or they've been released?
All the precautions have been taken, necessary precautions have been taken, and right now investigators are conducting their investigation.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? Well, we're working with the various delivery companies right now with the ongoing investigation. They have their security procedures and protocols, so they're doing the normal steps with the security and protocols, but we are working with them on the regular packages throughout the day.
So is this FedEx facility offline right now? Is this FedEx facility operating in any way, or do people have to wait for their packages to come in?
Again, we're working with a delivery company right now about the packages that are in there. Again, we just entered the building, so the building has been evacuated, and we are ensuring that it's safe to go forward.
Sir, what can you tell us? Can you tell people who may be concerned that it may be connected and they're genuinely scared? You go from East Austin to Southwest Austin to now north of San Antonio. What can you tell people to keep them from panicking?
This is a very fluid investigation, and we want the general public to know that their safety is our #1 priority. So we encourage anybody in the public that has information to call our tip line, 512-472-TIPS. If they have any information, all leads will be pursued and investigated. Again, public safety is our #1 priority.
But you have 500 federal agents here in Central and South Texas, and this has still happened. How can you calm people's fears? You have more than 500 federal agents. The ATF is telling our investigative unit this is the ATF's top priority when another explosion is happening. What can you do to calm people's fears?
We have agents from across the country. We have our national response team here. We got explosive detection canines here. We have intel research specialists. We're working hand in hand with our FBI partners, state and local partners. We've been working round the clock. Again, the public safety is our #1 priority, and we're providing all the resources that we can to finally find the person or individuals responsible for this.
Are you confident you'll be able to pull the name that was on the package?
Again, we can't go into that right now. We're still
can't.
trying to surf through the evidence. So we're still at the early stages of this particular event here, as part of the investigation.
The evacuation in Austin.
This package and maybe some surveillance video. What kind of evidence do you have now that you didn't have?
We can't go into the evidence that we do have, but again, we have just approached this building. I mean, we're only 3 or 4 hours into this. First, the priority was to render this building safe, so the agents can go in and conduct the investigation and gather the evidence. So we are still we're going to be here for a little while.
Was there any other damage packages found while y'all were looking through the facility?
I'm sorry?
Anything else while you're looking through the facility?
We have not actually done a search yet.
What about the one at the facility, FedEx facility in Austin by the airport? Is that connected at all? Do we know yet?
I'm unaware of that, what happened over there.
Well, there's agents there too. So there's agents that you guys are here, and then there's agents also at FedEx facilities back in Austin. Why are you guys there? Do you know why you guys are there?
No, I don't know personally why we're there.
What happens to all the packages here now? People are asking what did they do if they want to pick up the packages here or you have something coming?
Well, we're asking people not to come here right now because we're still a crime scene. We're still searching
One more question.
we're still searching the packages and all to ensure that there is no other devices there. So we're asking people just be patient, and if they know of something, definitely call your local FBI, your local ATF, or your local police department and report it. We need the public's help right now.
What's the plan for FedEx employees? Those that were evacuated this morning, those who may have to report them?
You'd have to contact FedEx on that one.
What kind of damage did you guys see inside?
Again, like I said earlier, we just don't know right now. Okay, what's going on?
What do you know? Because I mean, you've given us a whole bunch of we don't know. So what can you tell us?
We can tell you that the public safety is our #1 priority, and we're following all leads that we receive, and that's why we encourage the general public to help us out and provide any information that they may have by again calling our tip line. One last question, please. One at a time, please. This is an ongoing investigation. I can't get into the details of that right now.
No, I can't confirm that at all right now. I cannot confirm. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you.
Can we get y'all's names again? Can we get y'all's names? What were their names again?
I'll go over the names and their spelling. Just keep in mind that this is a very fluid situation. And there are a lot of questions that were addressed. And based on the magnitude of this investigation, we're looking at all of our resources, and we're encouraging that the public provide any information, provide videos and any other information pertaining to this or any other suspected package. At this point, I will go over the names again. There is not a scheduled press event for today. If there's any other information that will be put out, it'll be put out through the respective social media accounts. Due to the early stages of this investigation in this particular facility, we're working hand in hand to collect all the information and put together a timeline. And that information will be relayed through the social media accounts of the different departments.
Is the delay because it happened in this facility, that it wasn't out in the open in other areas? Is the delay because it happened within a package facility?
Okay, so all the other questions will be addressed at a later time when the information is received. Regarding the Spanish, any questions that need to be addressed in Spanish?
Sí, por favor. Gracias, Cristina, por ayudarnos. Gracias. Cristina, nada más.
Okay, para los medios en español, mi nombre es Cristina Garza. Yo soy vocera del FBI. Estoy aquí para relatar información de este incidente por parte de la policía de Schwartz y también por el FBI y el ATF. Pedro.
Básicamente, cuéntanos qué nos puedes contar de lo que ha pasado.
Bueno, lo que se sabe en estos momentos es que hubo una explosión de un paquete aquí en esta localidad de FedEx poco antes de la 1 de la mañana. Los primeros en responder a esta escena fueron las autoridades locales. Presente está el FBI, el ATF, otras agencias locales, estatales y federales. Hubo una persona que resultó herida después de esta explosión. Esa persona es una empleada de la compañía. Ella fue tratada aquí en la escena, no requirió tratamiento mayor y ha sido dada de alta.
¿Está relacionado esta bomba con la ciudad de Austin?
Es demasiado temprano para poder decir si está relacionada o no con las otras explosiones en Austin. Es por eso que pedimos y seguimos pidiendo la ayuda del público para que denuncie cualquier cosa que ellos sepan de cualquiera de estos incidentes, incluyendo el de esta mañana. Que denuncie cualquier paquete, bolsa, cualquier artículo que no cabe en ese lugar, que sea sospechoso, que lo denuncie de inmediato. Si usted no está esperando ningún paquete a su casa, si usted se encuentra un paquete en la calle, en cualquier lugar, no lo toque, no lo mueva, no lo abra y denúncielo de inmediato a sus autoridades locales.
Agente, ¿qué diferencia hay? Aquí estoy en Facebook Live. ¿Qué diferencia hay entre lo que fue hoy, que fue mandado ya directamente a una distribuidora?
No sabemos de dónde proviene este paquete, no sabemos la destinación de este paquete. Lo que sí sabemos es que explotó en este local. No podemos hacer ningún nexo en este momento con cualquier otro de los incidentes que han ocurrido en Austin. Es demasiado temprano en esta investigación. Estas investigaciones, quiero que sepan que duran muchísimo tiempo. Se calculan meticulosamente. Hay demasiados recursos aquí presentes. No es algo que se va a resolver de inmediato. Es una escena que va a continuar, al igual que las demás, meticulosamente investigaciones. Tenemos recursos de todas las agencias locales, estatales y federales presentes y repito, no podemos hacer esta ayuda, estas investigaciones sin la ayuda del público, porque alguien tiene que saber algo, alguien puede denunciar y decir algo. Les repito, hay una recompensa de hasta $100,000 que está ofreciendo por cualquier información que conduzca al arresto y a la condena de la persona o personas involucradas en estas explosiones.
¿Qué contenía el paquete?
No puedo dar detalles en lo que contenía el paquete. Repito, es demasiado temprano. Los agentes apenas están entrando a la localidad para empezar la investigación.
¿Qué mensaje tiene el FBI?
Bueno, la La persona que está detrás de esos explosivos, por favor, queremos saber el por qué, que se comunique con las agencias, queremos el saber del por qué esto, cuál es el problema que esta persona tiene con cualquier tipo de situación. Hay un motivo, ese motivo no lo sabemos, lo queremos saber. Repito, la seguridad del público es lo primordial, así que por favor denuncien cualquier cosa sospechosa. En estos momentos no tenemos ninguna pistas. Hemos recibido numerosas pistas, no tenemos nada que nos lleve más cercana a la persona detrás de estos incidentes. Gracias.
Exacto, ¿cuántos paquetes sospechosos?
No sé. Gracias.
That's true.
Someone yanked. I was trying to keep it from hitting the ground.
You know it's a small world.
I saw you over there. I'm like, that's.
I gotta get my question in.
Congratulations. I did not know you. I keep track of you on Twitter.
Right.
Yeah. The girls are doing good. The girls are away in college. They're doing good. Yeah, they grew up fast. So